Hey everybody.
Hi guys.
It says, you're live.
Yes, we're live and I'm not hiccuping.
And I'm
as of
not
right now.
sneezing.
Yes, wait, we'll do it at the same time.
Yeah, it could be an interesting, I forgot to go on and make sure I'm watching for questions and everything.
Oh, well I can do that if you want. If you
So
want
we
to talk.
thought that we would come on. We're having some technical difficulties with the computer. We decided with 3 of us doing YouTube that our computer is completely bogged down by content. So I couldn't even send an email. Hey you guys, hey.
Hi guys.
So we thought while we were frustrating and trying to get, hey Matthew, we got a moderator.
Oh, very good. Oh, Matthew Fox is on. Great.
Yeah.
Hey Matthew.
He's fast. We were on a Josh vlog and it was insane how many things had to go. But anyways, we were having some trouble with our computer and we weren't getting our videos uploaded in time, and I said, why don't we do a vlog? So then at least we didn't miss out with seeing you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments on the iPad right now. Yeah, we have Bandana Grandma has joined us.
Hey Susie.
And yeah, so we're gonna answer some questions. Are we doing this like as a couple one?
Yeah, we're gonna answer questions because there's always a ton of questions. So we thought this way we could actually get a chance to talk to you guys in real time. Unless you're watching later, then you're just gonna have to email.
Okay, Teresa's asking if I'm feeling better. Can I tell my hiccup story?
Yeah, that's a weird story.
You're gonna see some videos on my channel coming from Ontario in the next couple of days because I haven't had a chance to edit them all and put them out. In fact, I'm trying to edit one about what I did at the storage unit today. But I, on my birthday, got really sick. Ate something, didn't agree with me, I was super sick. The next day, I had to fly to Ontario, and I didn't sleep. I had an upset stomach, so I drank a ginger ale. And because they say ginger ale is supposed to help you if you've got like a little bit of nausea or upset, I thought, okay, I would have the medicinal soda, I'd have ginger ale. Well, I drank it, and she said, sir, you have to put your the table up in the upright position because we're about to land. So as we're landing, I went, blah, 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 and I drank it really fast. I'm
don't do this.
Narrating this like I'm, Robert Munchbook, but it's like, glug, 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 glug. I drank it really fast, and I got the hiccups like instantly. And so the guy and I'm like, every 4 seconds, it's, and I can't even talk or do anything. It's awful. So we land, have the hiccups, go to the hotel to check in, have the hiccups. I'm trying to do a vlog, like I'm trying to do my videos, have the hiccups. You wanna know how long that lasted for? That was 5 or 6 days ago now.
Yeah.
I still have them. They've settled down right now, but I've had the hiccups consistently for 5 days. This is a moment.
Since the 6th.
Yeah, this is the moment where I'm not hiccuping and I'm thankful for it.
Heather.
But they've been coming back. Yeah, it was brutal. I got the hiccups in Niagara Falls, and I did a video there, and I had to edit my video and cut out all my hiccup noises. So
if you see where it's like a bunch of cuts, that's because he's cutting out hiccups.
Yeah, it was really bad. And Vera was the nice lady that she actually did. Vera, you're lovely, but you totally stalked me. I was walking into that pawn shop / Evil Knievel museum, and this lady's like, I knew it was you. So she came in and we shopped around and chatted for a bit. She actually gave me a ride back to the hotel, which was really nice. But I was hiccuping the whole time, and I was really a bad host. So thank you, Vera, and for Mark, who owns that place, for putting up with me and my hiccups. But yeah, 5 days. When you're at Niagara Falls, are the hiccups that bad? I was delirious. It was like 3 in the morning, and I was thinking up jokes, and I was writing jokes down as they were coming to me. And the one joke I had was, if you have the hiccups for like 3 days in a row at Niagara Falls, you feel like throwing yourself off the falls. Not because you want to do yourself in, but because they say you're supposed to scare yourself and drink a lot of water. I figured I'd do both.
I heard this joke more than once.
Yeah,
so
because
he really likes it.
I thought it was funny because you'd be drinking a lot of water and scared. So anyway, had the hiccups for a long time. But
okay, David. I think David's the one that is normally first commenter.
Okay, I'm on right now.
I'm gonna do the big question that I'm asked a lot on my channel, and it's to do with the storage unit. So everybody keeps asking what my reaction was, and my reaction, I had the opportunity to even go and take a look at it yesterday, and I didn't even want to see it. I know, gasp! And this is why.
I would have been happy for the help, though.
We weren't going to go last night.
I know, you were just going to go look, I know.
Yeah, but that was after supper and everything, so I wasn't going to go work.
She's a busy lady. She's got lots of stuff going on.
And I work.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got a lot going on.
But anyways, but that's not why. It's because everybody thought that this was, I mean, the way that we kind of presented it was kind of like, we won the lottery. But the truth is that we're helping some people out with that storage unit. So the business that went under, a lot of people ended up hurting from that. So we're getting our money back on the unit, hopefully. And then once that, we're going to make sure that everybody's taken care of that was affected by that business closure.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people thought that we meant it to be like, woohoo, look what we found. But the truth is we didn't know what we were walking to, if it was empty, or we were hoping there was something in it so that we were able to help all the people that were affected by it. But it wasn't for us. It was for us to be able to help everybody that was affected by it.
That's why I'm not like, I'm excited because there was stuff in there in the video, but it was more the excitement of knowing that, well, now I have a big job ahead of me. So,
but also we were able to help out rather than just, if it was just empty, we would have been out the money and then those people still wouldn't have been helped.
It was just a whole lot of terrible that we're trying to put a silver lining on. That's what it is. It's a whole lot of terrible. That's, you know.
It's not so terrible now. It's just a job that needs to.
It's a job that needs to be done.
And a lot of people end up through this, because there are so many toys and everything, it's going to give buyers an opportunity that might have wanted that in the first place to be able to get something for a lot less. Hopefully they can find something they might have been looking for. There's a lot of pieces that I've never even seen before. So it gives people an opportunity, especially collectors, to get something at a better price, and either they can make a profit off of it, or maybe somebody for Christmas, they ended up getting something that they might normally not have been able to buy.
Yeah. I mean, the way I see it, I paid $8,500 for that unit. So $8,500 worth of that stuff is ours until we get paid back from that. But the rest really is going to go to my mom and some other people who it truly needs to go to. So
yeah. So that's why there was no reaction video from me, because there was no, I knew we were going to do it, except for I didn't expect it to happen on your birthday.
Yeah.
So we had to deal with all that on his birthday and then get food poisoning after.
It was literally like the last minute thing. Hiccups. It was my birthday.
On your birthday.
And they said, if you don't get down here and pay for this thing right now, it's going to go to auction. And so I did, because I had to take a gamble that there might be something in there that we could use to help our family with, and there ended up being stuff in there. So anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, a lot of cool stuff. You know, on the one hand, I think I said in my video that I did that if, you know, if a person was, I guess, you know, just walking into that and you didn't actually want to try and go into it trying to help your family and other people, that you'd be like, we're set for life. But that's not the case. And that wasn't the intention behind buying that unit. Buying the unit was with the intention to help some people. So
a lot of people also are saying, like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you take care of yourself first? But the truth is that we do have debts like everybody else. And we live like in a house with normal bills, with normal groceries. But the truth is that we're used to paying those bills with our normal jobs. So we don't need like this to be our payment off of everything, because it's not like we're any farther behind. Because
they say that most people that win the lottery lose it all within like the first year or something anyway, right?
Yeah. And the truth is that we are just fine paying off everything the way that we have, little by little, like everybody else.
Somebody was asking about the hiccup thing. Like, there's a lot of hiccup cure. I tried everything. The only thing that works to get rid of my hiccups is if I take a bunch of muscle relaxants. I have it sounds bad, spastic diaphragm. I guess my esophagus is irritated and it's sending messages to my diaphragm, which is the thing that helps you breathe. And it's like brrr, rapid firing 10, 12 times in a row.
Like, it's not normal hiccups. Like, even I was really freaked out by it. He was like hiccuping 12 in a row where you're like not able to even breathe out and then in again. There's just no breathing.
Yeah.
And so his lungs weren't operating properly either because he's not able to breathe. Oh gosh, I'm glad that he's home.
But that, you know, when you go in to pick up your pharmacy prescription, you don't want to like them to be like, hey, it's the guy with the spastic diaphragm here. He's got some troubles with the diaphragm. Like, none of that sounds good. I'm glad that they were discreet. Because even though it's a breathing issue, it sounds dirty somehow. I don't know why, but it does.
It was so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not hiccuping right now because I took a bunch of pills. So, yay.
Oh my gosh. And now I'm at the end of the cold finally. Thank goodness. They said, how is Adam? How is everybody?
Oh, Adam. Well, I went to a Christmas party with Adam, and we did a video together. And we went to a pop culture show together. So that video is going to be coming out pretty soon. I still have a couple other, 2 or 3 other Ontario videos to edit and put out. So that should be coming pretty soon. I'm uploading one actually as we speak right now. Basically, an update on the storage unit, what I was working on today. Basically, getting that emptied out. Yeah, hiccups suck. It was a nice Ontario though. I mean, their weather was nice.
So there was a point where Alexander, I phoned him, I think, and I was on speakerphone, and Adam was in the car, and he says, "Hold on, I'm hiccuping. I just need to hold my breath." But he goes, he was driving. I'm like, Adam, if he passes out, and he's like laughing, he's like, I'd grab the wheel. Obviously, he wouldn't hold it that long, but I don't know how I would feel about my driver holding their breath.
I had to hold my breath for about a minute and a half before the hiccups would stop, and they'd only stop for like 30 minutes and come back. It was seriously every 4 seconds. Like, it was nuts. Did you happen to see any Disney Winnie the Pooh Funko Pops? Honestly, whoever's asked about the Funko Pops, they're probably all there. There's like every one.
It was the most crazy amount of Funko Pops I've ever... I mean, I only saw it in the video.
Dakota would like the Nirvana toy. Really? I wonder if I took note of that last time. You know, Christmas is coming and Santa is watching these videos too.
What happens if Dakota's watching this video?
Well, I don't know. I didn't say anything specifically. Maybe Dakota hasn't been good. I don't know. Maybe that's why he won't get his Nirvana toy.
You know what's funny is that in my tea right now, it is lemon. It's lemon tea with a ton of natural honey. And you guys all know how much I like honey. But it seems to be working. And ginger.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller set, please. Glad you're home. I know, me too. I'm glad he's home. The thing is that it's all being taken care of right now. Like, it's not... I don't think you could just go in and pick out a toy at this point, right?
Yeah. It's pretty much committed. I mean, there's some stuff in there, but honestly, yeah, we're just trying to get everything to Kastner because the reason why we're using the auction house is because it's time sensitive to get everything out. I don't have the warehouse space. I don't want to be warehousing this stuff forever. And, you know, this way they can actually ship it, market it, sell it.
Yeah.
They have the trucks to move it. Like, in this scenario, when you have a closeout, an auction is pretty much the best thing to do. Of course, you end up taking a few of the better things to sell off separately, but really a lot of great stuff is gonna be going through. And people collect some pretty strange stuff. I was going through some of the action figures and things that were there. There's some really strange ones. Like the one that caught me off guard today. Okay, well, there's Beavis and Butthead figures. That was kind of cool and weird. You remember Beavis?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So that was pretty neat.
Thank you, Matthew.
There was a David Cross, like the guy from Arrested Development, David Cross, the comedian.
What?
Yeah, Bob and Dave, the show. Anyway, there was a David Cross like figure, like a bobblehead. I'm like, man, there's something for like they've made a bobblehead or action figure for everything. It's nuts.
Hi, Dad. He said hi to Odie, which usually my uncle says, so it was confusing.
Oh yeah, Golden Girls dolls. So everybody was saying, who would buy Golden Girls dolls? And that's the thing with YouTube. 50% of the people say that's weird, I never buy it. The other half are like, I need it right now.
Yeah, that was like my downstairs. So like, I love the blue and white. And then you get people be like, God, you're not a designer. Why do you think blue and white? I'm like, hey.
Mr.
Hey.
Show. Somebody said, what was the Exorcist toy? I don't know. There was cases and cases of different types of Exorcist toys.
The Curiosity Inc. bobblehead.
I'm a human bobblehead already. The Hot Wheels were mainly they were like, I guess, Transformer cars. They were like unusual little cars. They weren't like regular Hot Wheels. There weren't a whole lot of normal Hot Wheels there.
On the 15th, the auction on the 15th, that's not the storage unit. Right?
That's stuff that came from the same collection, but that's stuff that belonged to my mom. So that stuff is going to her.
But it's at the 15th auction. It's
yeah,
still the toys and collectible toys. And everything.
Yeah. All the stuff that's going through on the 15th is really good collectible stuff, and a lot of that, that sale basically is going towards my mom. So, if you see anything on there that's cool, maybe you get a good deal. It's all going up for no reserve, so who knows?
Do we already have a date picked for the next auction, or
No.
is it? No, once it all, they're still processing.
Auction houses, how they work is they generally plan their auctions like a month to 2 months in advance, and they plan the big ones even almost like 6 months to a year out. We were fortunate we were able to get some stuff in on the 15th because they already had an antiques and collectibles auction set and ready for that day. So all I had to do when I knew that they were accepting consignments was to call them up and say, I got a whole bunch of stuff. And I already had a venue, and it worked out really, really well. So we took a bunch of stuff over there already.
Castor is pretty amazing. Like they have been really helpful with.
Yeah, it's not like we're co-owners with Castner or anything.
No,
we just
I mean, it just started like anything. You need an auction house, you look for who you're going to use, and we just ended up picking somebody that really knows how to advertise, which is really important when you're trying to sell your stuff. But they're organized. Like make sure that our stuff is sent properly to the customers, which is really important because you don't want somebody taking care of your customers that don't know what they're doing.
Well, the reason why I'm using that auction house, especially for this big lot, is that they have the logistics to manage it, but also they can mail out anywhere in the world. So that's the really big deal with going with an auction like that. They can ship stuff, and I don't have to worry about going to the post office. I don't have enough time in my life to go and ship every single one of those items. So it was really fortuitous that they were able to accept that stuff and that they're helping out with that. I mean, they also get a cut of it too. So I mean, it's not like they're doing it for charity, but it's good business for everybody, I think, to do that.
Bill was like, you guys, this is Melissa's vlog. It's okay because I have the same questions on my vlog. So this way I know I'm getting everybody.
Yeah, this is true. You should be telling us what you've been up to.
Well, I don't want to give away too much because I've been vlogging every day, which you guys know. I'm not going to start numbering the vlogs anymore because in true Melissa style, I missed one. And then today's didn't get uploaded, so.
I'll monitor comments while you.
But Vlogmas is actually pretty fun. I didn't think that there would be a lot to vlog. On the day that Alexander came home, though, it was pretty stressful because he wasn't feeling good at all. They told him to go to the hospital, and instead he said, you know what, I'm going to wait for my flight. And that's not, as a wife, what you want to hear your husband say. They said, I'm sick enough to go to the hospital, but I'll be okay. And then he drove himself yet.
Are you complaining about me?
Yeah. So I'm complaining about, anyways, I didn't film a lot that day because I didn't really feel like filming. I was too nervous, and I just wanted him home where we could make sure he was safe and was better. Hey?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never felt so relieved to know that he was safe and that he was going to be okay.
Alexandria asks, do you have any plans to make some Christmas cookies?
Oh, you bet I have. You know what, it's funny, I had, I don't know if Kristen watches the vlog, I think she does, but she brought into work the other day some delicious Christmas cookies. They are not healthy. Spoiler alert, they're most definitely not healthy. But they were so good. I'm going to go find that recipe and...
Oh, thanks, Robert. Robert says, finally got you live. I collect Funko Pops and Pez. Well, guess what we happen to have a lot of?
Just a few.
All of the things that
all
you collect.
All the things.
Okay, 2 questions I have to answer, and I'm sorry, sweetie, it's not.
No, it's okay.
One says, hey, Alex, did you get my email about the Japanese doll? Karen, I did see some emails in there. I haven't gone through all my email because this storage video was kind of blew up my inbox, but that Japanese doll sold the day that I found it. Mm-hmm. Somebody came and picked it up, so I don't have that any longer, sadly. Golden Girl, look.
What about the hockey sticks? Don't you want the Golden Girls?
Yeah, Golden Girl wants a hockey stick. We haven't looked to see who they're from, who they're autographed by. There's all kinds. Did I scare you off? Oh wait.
Sorry.
It's warm in here.
I was turning the fireplace off, and apparently I can't figure out which light is for which.
She's doing the teacher trick, you know, when you flash the lights to make everybody be quiet.
That's it.
That's it.
That's enough. Quit talking.
A lot of people were saying, somebody said, can you do the Rubik's Cube for us? You should practice a little bit before. Are you feeling confident?
Well, I don't even have the Rubik's Cube.
Oh, right.
So Alexander texts me, and he says, you got to do the Rubik's Cube live. I'm like, why would I do that? And then I saw on his video that he mentioned that I'm not that fast. I memorized how to do it, you guys. It's all algorithms. But some of my grade 6s, I just help out with grade 6. I teach preschool, but I help out in grade 6. I have some that can do it in like a minute. One was less than a minute. And I mixed it, so.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
She's very quick. I think what you were able to do a Rubik's Cube in like probably 25, 30 seconds or something.
No, no.
It was pretty fast.
In his head, it was 25, 30 seconds because he's sitting there trying to figure it out.
Because my brain shut off.
It was 2.5 minutes.
I don't know. It seemed
Two
really
and a half.
fast.
We would be sitting here answering questions for a while before I figured that out. So
No, I'm gonna film you do it. It's gonna happen.
it's not 30 seconds. I
We
promise
will get
you.
here by.
If I get it by 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will be celebrating.
There's gonna be a there's gonna be a Rubik's Cube event. A lot of people were saying in regards to the storage unit business, you know, years from now, people are gonna watch this video and wonder what we're talking about because the storage unit, it has nothing to do with this vlog. But
Yeah.
the storage unit that we bought, people are saying, well, you should reach out to other YouTubers who deal in clearing out warehouses. Well, that's kind of what we're doing. We're clearing it out. There are other people who deal in Funko Pops and things like that, but they're all in the US. So I've had a couple people offer that have storage removal shows or auction shows on YouTube. Challenge is they're in the US. And when you get to the US with, let's say, retail value on that stuff is high, somebody's gonna have to pay import tax, customs, duties, and stuff like that just to get it across the border. And I don't think anybody wants to take that kind of hit because honestly, you only get a fraction of what retail is when you auction it or bulk sell it like this. So it would be a horrible idea to ship it all across the border in a giant, like, you know, shipping container or something like that.
But some people did write me about different people that might be interested, and I wrote them down, and I actually did write them, the people that did unboxings, and there was somebody that did Funko Pop, him and his wife did a lot of openings, and I wrote them as well, so they're all aware of the auction at least.
Oh, is Vera on right now?
Did somebody say?
Somebody said, hey, Vera, he mentioned you. Vera, if you're on right now, I apologize for having the hiccups when you and I were walking
That must
about
have been
and-
weird. I can't even imagine, like,
She gave me minty gum.
did it help?
It might have helped her if I was blowing like hiccup breath at her the whole
Oh
time.
my gosh, Vera, I
So
can't.
Vera, I don't know if that was like a hint. She's like, you should try some gum, that might help. And I was thinking, oh, it's probably gonna help my breath, I hope. Because when you're hiccuping like that, I'm sure it was, I was in such a world of pain and I went to do a meetup that night, which I did a video of, I took it down because it was too noisy. But it was just,
Oh my gosh.
I was lying on my bed. If anybody's watching this that came to the meetup, this is how it went. I had pre-booked doing a meetup. And I was so sick. I was on my bed and I couldn't move and I was hiccuping in pain. And I'm like, I have to go. There's gonna be people waiting for me. So I put on my smile and I went out and ended up doing the meetup and made the hiccups go away just long enough to do like a good hour-long chat with everybody. And then slept like a baby.
Jim saying happy birthday as well. And I did everybody that said happy birthday, I most definitely told Alexander. And there were a lot.
Yeah. What the U.S. government don't know. I'm pretty sure that they would notice like a giant semi crossing the border. Anything to declare back there? Nah,
Nothing.
nothing.
Just some Christmas presents.
Just, you know, gifts for some family members. And then they open the back and, you know, it's like a gazillion.
tumbles
yeah.
out on them.
It would not be good, no. So anyway, the reason we've been so busy lately is, well, we've been renovating our house, trying to make it nice for Christmas because my sister is coming for
Christmas.
the first time. It's my first Christmas with my sister
Yeah.
in my entire life, which is
pretty cool.
crazy.
I can't wait. She's on here.
Hey Bob, oh, is Heather on right now?
Yeah, well, she was like the first $2 that came through.
Heather, quit sending us money. I'm gonna have to pay her back somehow.
know.
That stresses you. Heather, you stress me out when you put money on this thing. But Heather, if you're still watching, I am really excited to spend Christmas with you and to have my first Christmas with you guys and for Alyssa and Peter and Dorian to hang out here.
We have all sorts of pesty plans for you. Just to...
What? No, I'm so exhausted. Don't pest me.
know.
They're gonna pest me. This is what
Sure.
they do. They think Melissa's all innocent, but she pests me all the time.
They know I'm not innocent.
Oh, good.
I know. They know.
They should know.
I can't remember what somebody said.
Give
now.
Alex the onion juice remedy.
Oh yeah, you know, guys, that onion juice. I had to remember if I posted that already. If you saw the reaction, I prepared for like a possible. I thought for sure it was gonna make me puke, but it wasn't bad. It just tasted like sweet salad dressing. It wasn't so bad, but I for sure thought I was going to die. I think the best remedy so far was the very garlicky chicken broth, the garlicky soup with onion and ginger. That for sure was the best remedy so far. And sleep. And whatever hot tea with lemon, ginger, and what else do I put in there? Lemon, ginger, and honey. Ugh.
I don't mind honey. She doesn't like honey.
Oh, but I only like it because it's helping me.
Do you call me honey as a nickname? I don't think so, do you?
Honey? Sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
I call you sweetheart.
I get sweetheart. I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah, but it's funny because sometimes I'll call him Archbold. Hey, Archbold.
Yeah. She does that a lot.
And Checkers.
Usually
where it's like
instances when I would be called by my last name, our last name, it's our last name, by my wife. Let's see, I left like the toaster out on the counter and she just cleaned. She would walk downstairs and go, Archbold, you left the toaster out. I'd be like, what? I'm not done with it. Or it has to cool off. Like there's a reason why I probably did it. But anyway, though, and that's the specific instance is when my last name gets called out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't call out your last name. I don't say Archbold for you.
Yeah, but you call me Reinbold.
Reinbold, yeah.
Because my maiden name is Reining, so they'll call me Reinbold.
That's right.
I get weirder ones, like he calls me...
I have all kinds of fun nicknames for you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like it's bad. It's
Sweetie.
cute. Oh yeah, you call me
I call her Sweetie a lot. But not like sweetheart Sweetie, like Sweetie like Swedish. No, I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I was just kidding. Let's see.
Yeah, the apple cider vinegar is one for sure I'm going to try. Another one that was the most recommended remedy was elderberry. And I've heard of it. I've just never ever seen it. And I know somebody said they had it at GNC, like the health food stores and stuff. It was the #1 recommended product for colds. So, and apple cider vinegar. And both I haven't tried yet. And here I am suffering.
Will you have a Vlogmas video today, or is this live instead of the Vlogmas?
The live is instead of the Vlogmas. I do have a video. Actually, it's a double video that had to go together because when you film every day, if you miss uploading, now all of a sudden you have an extra video to shove in there. But our computer is not working right now. I couldn't even get a video,
It's not the
email
computer's
sent.
fault, though.
No, it's not the computer's fault. It's because we have too much storage on there and it's saying it's full. And we're trying to get rid of videos so that it'll start working again. Alexander's trying to upload a video and I was waiting for him to put up mine.
Yeah.
And neither of us can do anything.
Merry
but there'll
Christmas
still
to you.
be the video from yesterday, today's. Oh my gosh, how am I going to fit those all in?
Alan Lamb says Merry Christmas. Pat
Merry
Rooney
Christmas.
says hello from the Bronx. But Pat, do you say hello from the Bronx, or is it hello from the Bronx? Like, I don't know. I always think I think the Bronx is kind of upscale now, though, isn't it? I heard, maybe you can enlighten us about how New York has been gentrified in certain areas. Let's see. Vera said, I thought the gum might help with the hiccups. I didn't know it was your breath. Okay.
I can't even imagine how weird that was for you, Vera.
So,
You're a trooper.
Vera's on here right now, and then she meets me, and I take her into, let's say, Vera, so you know, I'd never been in that store before. So it caught me as off guard as it did you, just how full it was. And then you had me with the hiccups the whole time. Yeah, it was an experience for sure. But I'm glad that you came with it. And again, apologize that I had the hiccups like crazy. So.
That must have been so weird.
Pat says it's the Bronx. It's moving on up. That's just like the Jeffersons. They moved on up. They moved on up to the east side, though. The Bronx sounds like Andrew Dice Clay. No, we won't be doing any nursery rhymes.
We have Chewy's gonna be getting a haircut right away because he's getting kind of hairy.
Look at
it. So when he sleeps, his little hair mats up around his mouth like he was smiling. Hey. He's like, why did you move me? I was so comfortable, and then you just moved me.
He's like a big cotton ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except I don't use him to clean my ears out. That'd be bad.
Gross. Went right there.
We could use it. We should wax his mustache into like a Prussian twist.
I agree.
I think he'd look like more of a fancy dog if we got him a short haircut but left a big old curly mustache.
Remember that time they did do that and he looked like the Lorax? Like
the Lorax. But what if we got him a tiny little dog bowler hat? I'm sure they sell them.
I'm sure too.
Maybe that. If you're gonna have a dog and do something eccentric like that, I don't know.
It's okay, Chewy.
Chewy's a happy little fluff ball. I'm kidding right now. We like to respect his dogginess. Mind you, he's like a different dog when he gets a haircut, though.
Yeah, he is. I can't wait to show everybody what he does look like a different dog. The first time Alexander brought him home with the haircut, I said, you brought home the wrong dog. And he wasn't sure. He thought there was a possibility maybe he did.
Yeah, I really thought I might have brought back the wrong dog.
He didn't look like the same dog at all.
No. But he was.
He could do the same tricks. That was the trial that showed us if it was right.
But when I say he's like a different dog after a haircut, I mean he acts like a different dog. Like
Yeah, that's true.
It's like he's confident. Like, I can jump and run, and he's like, woohoo!
It's like they cut the years off.
Yeah.
He's back to a little puppy again.
Actually, when he had his first haircut, he couldn't jump up on the couch. Or before, and then after the haircut, he was jumping on everything.
Yeah.
Then we had to teach him not to. But yeah, we've had him since he was the size of just a little ball of fluffy pup.
Do Blue Christmas when you're feeling better.
Yeah, Elvis stuff. Now, when you look at 50s rock and roll, I would have been more like into, I don't know, early Gene Vincent or Johnny Cash, stuff like that. I was never that into Elvis. I never got into Elvis. Maybe it's because growing up in the 80s, you saw so much Elvis and Marilyn Monroe stuff everywhere and Coca-Cola stuff that it's just like, if you wanted to think retro in the 1980s, you thought specifically of Elvis and Marilyn Monroe. And I think it just wore me out on the whole thing. So I don't do really any Elvis songs because I got worn out on all that stuff in between 1987 and 1992 when every single restaurant was like, they had a 57 Chevy that you could sit in and eat from, and it was cool.
But it was everybody.
It was everywhere. Yeah. You guys remember those places, those restaurants, retro kind of diners and stuff back in the 80s? And in the 70s, it's weird how retro goes back in time. Because in the 70s, the 20s was kind of retro. Like they had the Bonnie and Clyde movie came out. That was in the late 60s, but 60s and 70s, retro Flapper Girl kind of came back. And then in the 80s, it was the 50s. And then, what was it? In the 90s, it was the 70s. See where I'm going with this? It's like, there's like a 30-year span or something where people are like, they're reminiscing on their parents' stuff. And then...
But they already went back to the 90s, like doing the weird...
Yeah, but that means if the 70s were retro in the 90s and the 90s are retro now, that means that 90s retro 70s is retro and current now. Figure that out.
Oh my gosh.
But seriously, that's how that works.
So, Chuy's 3. And he does have a little winter jacket. Yep. It was cheaper to get a winter jacket made, like to his measurements, than it was to buy it from a pet store. The pet stores are crazy. I mean, not all of them. I love our pet store actually a lot. But not when his jacket costs more than my jacket.
Somebody says, no, 70s.
Booties for Chuy. The funniest thing ever is putting boots on a dog. The dog thinks we're torturing him. If we get it on, he first he looks at me like, what did I ever do to you? I'm going to find your pillow. That's the face he gives me.
Somebody says they're crocheting 2 doggy coats for her daughter's dogs.
That's Susie.
Oh, bandana grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Robert says, love the Rolls Royce series. I'm a mechanic. Wish I could be there to help. I wish you were here to help too.
I know people say that all the time. I wish I was there to help you clean. And I'm thinking, oh, if only I'd put the tea on.
I haven't had time to work on it. I was in Ontario and emptying out the storage. I don't know when I'm going to get back to it. Hopefully pretty soon.
Yeah, it's been very on the go. Every second on the go. My dog wears shoes. See, Tamara could show me how to get those boots on Chuy.
Melissa won't sing with, so she said have Melissa sing a Dolly Parton or Loretta Lynn's.
Can you imagine me singing a Dolly Parton song?
Jolene, Jolene. Yeah, sure. No, she won't do it.
Mm-mm. And you'll thank me. You should just thank me now.
I think she can actually sing and she's just afraid of what people think, and so she doesn't.
Well, you know what, it's funny because normally I don't. I have to say though, you guys are amazing. It's hard for me. I don't really have the same problem as a lot of YouTubers where they might get a lot of negative comments. I get like 1 in my enormous amount of comments. I can handle 1 because then the other commenters are like, hey, don't be mean to that one commenter.
Yeah. I know that Melissa sings because she co-wrote a song with a person when she was in high school, and she plays guitar. And she told me that when she played it and sang it in front of her guitar class, everybody cheered for her.
No, it wasn't in guitar class. When we went to what's it called when you an exchange. So I went to Germany.
Oh, it was in Germany.
Yeah. So they thought I could sing first off because I had no accent, and all of their all their songs were in English that they liked as well. But I sang with another friend of mine, and they all like were super excited that I sang. But I was in a different country. The chances of seeing them again.
Fine. So if I take you to Germany, will you sing for me?
No.
With me? At me? I'll take anything. I'll take anything. She's just shy.
Yeah.
She is shy. I'm not gonna push it.
I'll push it. I've been hearing this for like.
The sad thing is that I'm sure that she can sing. Do you want your tea?
I drank it all.
Do you want this water? I don't know where it came from.
No, I'm good. I don't know where it came from either. What happens if one of our kids had their feet in it or something? There's a good chance something weird is always happening.
Yeah, our kids are in bed right now. That's
you know
where
what
they are.
Stephen did to me today? He said, "Oh, Mom, I think my sock stinks." First off, why? Why tell me that? Just go take care of it and put it in the washing machine. But then he took and he dumped his what was left of his hot sauce, the Frank's red sauce, down the sink. So all I smelled was that vinegary smell, and my brain told me it was his socks. When you think those socks are Frank's Red Hot, no.
Probably. Stephen is not likely to sing with me. Jason or Abigail
Jason
would.
Yeah.
Or
Jason.
Abigail.
Yeah, or Abigail.
And I really I want to do like a him and her sort of duet, you know? So I don't know if I have to wait until Abigail is older or if I'll find somebody that we know that's a friend that will sing with me. But maybe Melissa one day would be nice. She says no. I'm not going to push it, but...
He says that, yet he's pushing. He's pushed twice in just this vlog.
Yeah, because
Or this live. I guess it doesn't count as a vlog.
Yeah. Anyway, one of these days.
No, I couldn't.
I
I always put my stinky socks on my mom.
Do I see Josh and Dakota when they aren't working for you? They live a little bit outside of town, and I see Josh every so often when he's in town picking up parts or something. He'll come in and say hi at the store if I'm working. Not that I wouldn't hang out with them, but they're busy doing their own thing a little bit outside of town, so we just don't have a chance to cross over too much. But maybe being the Christmas season, Josh and Dakota want to get together for like lunch or dinner or something like that one day.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, we could do something like
I
that.
saw Ashley showing up on Josh's channel now. I shouldn't be so excited, but I like seeing that she's on there.
Let's see. Do you like the artwork that Stephen did on the guitar? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. He has a really, somebody asked what his page was. Steven's page is...
Oh, I'll type it in here.
Steven Draws, right? And it has a picture of a...
Rubber chicken.
Rubber chicken.
With flames coming out of
With
its
flames
mouth.
coming out of his mouth. The stuff that you have to say out loud. And his Instagram is Steven Draws as well.
Oh yeah, go check out our kids' channel.
But he's, it's...
Our son Steven has a YouTube channel called Steven Draws, STEPHEN Draws. You can find him on there.
Yeah, it's Draws with a Z instead of an S.
Bandana Graham is saying, was that YouTube conference invitation only for channels of a certain size? It seemed to me, is her first name is Susie?
Yeah.
Susie, okay. I always know you as Bandana Grandma on here. We had...
You guys should check out her channel.
Yeah, Bandana Grandma also has a channel too.
Yeah.
I got an invitation, and I thought it was fake, for starters. I got invited to a YouTube convention, and I thought it was like a scam because I wrote the YouTube creator support people, and I said, is this for real? And they're like, we cannot confirm or deny that. I'm like, well, that doesn't help me.
Yeah.
So, because you could email the people on the email, but then how do you know you're not just emailing the scammers themselves, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to go there, and if it's fake, I'll just tell you guys I went to a fake YouTube thing, and I thought that'd be good content anyway. So
Yeah. It wasn't far from us, like a couple hours.
It was 3 hours. It was.
Yeah.
I took a bus out there. It was all right. Yeah, it was real. In terms of the size, most of the channels there were like 200,000 subscribers or more, I would say. There was one smaller channel there that does a travel vlog, but they are, I think, Spanish English. So I think that they had been invited to a conference in New York or something, talking about Spanish and crossover channels and things like that. So I think they were there to represent some cool new diversity that YouTube's exploring. But it was a good event. It was fun. Certainly learned a lot. It was kind of an old school conference for what you'd expect YouTube. When I went there, I was imagining that YouTube would have like that technology that exists only in CSI movies, where it's like a screen and it's actually glass, and you just touch it and you can like move the universe from one end to the other with your fingertip. You know the ones. And they're like, well, we found the body over here, but I don't know why they're in the south. And I don't know why there's a dead person, because it's from CSI. It's that technology. You sure you don't want mystery water?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
catch all the things.
they didn't have that. They had like a PowerPoint presentation and like papers that you just did worksheets on your desk. I felt like I was in classroom. It felt like any other conference I'd ever been to for any normal job that I had prior to doing YouTube. So in that sense, it was kind of fun because I felt like I was back at like, you know, a conference working for the Bay or Target or something again. But I mean, there was a lot of good learning, and they certainly gave some good tips there.
Yeah, I couldn't go. I didn't have an invite.
Well, it said it said you couldn't bring a +1. It said no guest or +1. But then there were some people that brought their spouses or their business partner.
There's always people that are like, they don't mean us.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
Update on Hands.
Have we heard from Hans lately?
Yeah, actually. Oh, and Patrick's on right now too.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick. So first we'll do update on Hands. He's fine. He's totally doing good. Him and Zenobia seem to be hitting it off because I got a Christmas card from the pair of them. It said Merry Christmas from Hands and Zenobia. So I'm like, okay, cool. He is just living his life, being happy. He sent me a picture of himself with a Santa hat on and at his dining room table. I'll post that on my Instagram after. I'll do that tonight so you guys can see.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Hands is doing amazing, and Adam's doing amazing too. So
and Adam looks good.
Adam's looking sharp.
Yeah.
In fact, we were at the Christmas party and he had some ladies that were kind of after him. So I kind of just backed away and I was like, okay. He was a popular guy. He's looking sharp. He's got a good haircut. He's busy working. He's thinking about doing YouTube. He wants to do a YouTube video series too, helping people to show them how to drywall and repair walls and do things like that. I'm like, there's probably a good need for that.
Yep.
Like I hate muddy and taping, and guys that are muddy and taping are like, they know their stuff like nobody else.
And people always make it look really easy. Like when I was watching Josh do the drywall, and he's like, this is the technique. Like how he was doing it, and I was putting it on, and it's just ripping it back out. There's like chunks coming out onto the drywall mud or whatever it's called. See?
Yeah. Oh, is Nikki on?
Right? Did it say?
Hey Heather, is Nikki on right now? I don't know if Nikki's on right now or not, but
I'm with you.
yes.
Yeah, it says Nikki's on. She said, "I'm with you, Nikki." Nicole.
Oh yeah. So hey, Nikki is on. Let's see, and Patrick, I didn't have a chance to see Patrick when I was out in Ontario, nor did I have a chance to see Melissa's sister out there. But Patrick was busy working. He's working manufacturing at Toyota, I think now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Wait, Patrick will know. He's on here.
So he's a busy guy. And I drove past the Toyota plant too, and I wondered if you were in there, Patrick, because I was driving all over Ontario. I went to Waterloo, Niagara Falls, London, I don't know, a bunch of other places. There's a ton of towns all around the Toronto area. Mississauga, Markham, like you name it, I probably went there. It was crazy.
But he didn't go there like normal. He was sick and hiccuping and having all these problems.
I felt so
and
bad.
driving.
I'm at this Christmas party with Adam, and I haven't seen him in over a year, and you know I'm feeling kind of emotional because I'm so happy he's doing well. And the whole time I'm just like, pick up, the whole time. I was telling my sister Heather is big into the Flintstones, and I said you know like when Barney and Fred were working in his garage and they're trying to come up with a cure for the hiccups, and Barney drank it and it made him invisible by mistake. I would have even taken that. I would have taken the 75 up or whatever it was called that Fred Flintstone gave Barney to get rid of his hiccups. Honestly, if you have a problem like that, it's not normal hiccups. If you have something like that, you have to go see a doctor. Mm-hmm. I had to go to the hospital actually. It got pretty serious. You have the hiccups for 5 days in a row every 4 seconds. You don't want to miss out on seeing the doctor. So I went and took care of that.
They said a lot of times it can be caused by an infection as well. So you need to get on some kind of antibiotics sometimes or find out what's causing it, because that's not normal, obviously. You don't think anything. When he first said, I got the hiccups, I thought, that sucks, hiccups. But I didn't think he was going to be like, I still have the hiccups 6 hours later.
So Robert's asking if you thought about some giveaways for the stuff in the storage unit. So In case you guys didn't see the video I put up a few days ago, I'm not keeping anything out of that storage unit. Just basically what my investment was for buying that stuff out. There's a lot of people that need to be paid back from stuff that came out of there, so I'm basically making sure that the right people get the right stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not like back the truck up and donate everything to charity, or we're selling it to basically try and square up with some folks. Not that we owed the money, but we're taking care of things.
Sometimes
for
you know what the right thing to do is, and I feel like for both of us, we feel like this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And
so,
I'm feeling like the people that were put out by the closure, they feel like it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
So
it just means a lot of extra work for me. But I'm pretty much, the way I look at it, I was the only one that could jump in there at the moment's notice on that day and go take care of it, and also have the resources to try and get it dealt with. And we're not extending the lease on that storage space either, because that's not a regular storage unit that you rent month to month. That's one that you pay for like 3 or 5 year lease kind of deal.
yeah.
So.
And plus that's just more money out. So we don't want to be more money out.
Yeah. So anyway, Molly says, hope someday I'll be able to tell the whole story about the storage unit. Well, the truth of the storage unit is that I had never been in there before. I paid $8,500 to get it, and yeah, when you saw that video of me going through it, that was all the first time I saw any of that stuff, and I didn't know if it was going to be emptied out or if there'd be anything in there at all.
And we didn't really know we knew there was a storage unit, and I don't think anybody would have prepared us for how big that storage unit actually was. Like, really, that was actual surprise, because
It's bigger than my store.
I mean, considerably bigger than the store.
Oh, it's like 3,000 square feet. It's like a third bigger than our store.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I can't even. It was overwhelming just to see it on camera, let alone I think in person. I don't know. I feel like I'm glad that I wasn't there, because you guys would have just seen me like standing there and not moving with my mouth hanging open.
Yes. Let's see. I'm just reading some of the comments here. So anyway, a lot of work to be done there. I do have an update video on the storage unit to show you guys what other types of things I found in there, and also the emptying out process, because I worked in there all day today. I was there roughly 9 in the morning, and I just got home not that long ago, so I've been in there all day. Yeah.
It was a long day. I got to drive a new XC90. And I lived, and I gave it back in one piece.
Let's see. Hans is good. If you missed that part, a little while ago we were talking about Hans. He's fine. He's just busy doing,
Regular.
I think that's the thing. When you organize a GoFundMe or something and you want to help somebody out, I think you help them out the best you can. And we helped him, made sure that the gift cards got used up and got what he needed and stuff like that. And then you just back away, let him live his life. I didn't see Adam for a year. I just saw him last week for the first time. I think you just have faith that people are in a better spot now, and they're with the right people that are going to take care of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just let them go and live. And I told Hans, hopefully I'll be able to. We want to build another building at some point, so we do want to see Hans hopefully helping us out with that project too.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick.
Will you be doing any special treats for the holidays? You bet I am, Barb.
Oh, look, there's a bird sitting on top of your head.
Oh yeah. Did somebody say that? Or?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That's our little wooden
There's so
bird.
many times in my vlogs where I look and I've set up the lighting. Like, this lighting is probably the worst. At nighttime when we're sitting here, there's a light like directly there, but it's kind of yellow. So we just kind of embrace the, looks like we're slightly ill.
Carrie Ann, I probably could have used our old building for storage, but we have it up for sale right now, and there's people kind of interested in making an offer, and it doesn't look great if you've got a whole bunch of stuff piled all over the place when you're trying to sell a unit.
We couldn't have fit it all in there anyways.
No, no, we couldn't have fit it all in there.
So we still would have had the same problem. And if somebody wanted to buy our space, we would not be able to sell it because it's full.
Yeah, we have a couple folks that were maybe thinking about making an offer, and so if it does go, I don't want to have to deal with moving it a third time.
Yeah.
So the best bet is it goes. It's
And
gone.
sometimes it's
done.
good not to just hold on to stuff like that, because then it's wasting money. Like, it's
Yeah.
the space.
You have an extra lot next to the store to pay off to build a structure like a warehouse. That's what I want to do. Trace of Colorado. That'll be my sister soon when she leaves it behind and moves up here, right, Heather? When you come live up near us. Heather's in Colorado. But she says you should build a storage building on site. That's what I want to do. I actually have been drawing up little blueprints and plans to come up with an idea of what to put on that empty lot. I was supposed to be meeting with the city on Monday. That's what I have to do that on Monday, by the way.
Oof.
Monday I'm meeting with the city and they're going to give me parameters in terms of what is permissible to build on that site, because I've gone ahead and I've had it labeled as a historic site, which the building is, but the lot is not. So I don't know if that's going to give me any limitations with the building, but I'm going to go find out.
And they'll let us know, so.
Yeah, I want to do something cool anyhow, so. And no, I don't want to sell Funko Pops the rest of my life. In fact, I can tell you this much, I don't ever want to see one ever again. I don't ever want to see another Funko Pop ever again. It's so much, I feel exactly like I did when I had the Potter's house. You walk around and you're just like, it's a lot of hassle. Like, you know,
it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, yeah.
The never-ending stuff I mean, it's eventually going to end. It's not, the thing is as soon as we have one giant adventure end, another one shows up right away.
It's too much this year.
Yeah.
It was way too much this year.
Well, but we chose. So we had the chance to take it, and we did.
I went into 2019 thinking I wanted to make this the biggest year for us on YouTube that we could. And the first thing I did is I went and bought that house that had been hoarded. That was the first thing I did.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you top that? I mean, I didn't expect that would be actually that crazy, but I keep saying crazy, but I didn't think it would be that full. And I recognize when people, whether it's a Mary in her home or the person that had that storage space, it can be a mental condition that causes people to over accumulate things. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to make light of that. But when you're stepping into it and you're having to deal with it, you really are just overwhelmed and you mentally detach. Like everybody watches a video of me going through the warehouse, let's say, and they go, oh, you should be super excited. And I'm thinking, oh no, like I have to deal with all this now. So it's not as exciting as you would think.
That's kind of what my reaction was. I could just think of, it's going to be hours of Alexander away from home now, and I knew he would be stressed out about it, making sure that the right thing was done for all of the people that were put out. So.
Oh, Jamie, hey, it's Jamie's on. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Jamie is the former owner of our general store that we have. Yeah. So, Jamie, before we build a little building on the lot there, I'm going to do some metal detecting, I think, on that lot, because nobody has metal detected as far as I know. And that has been an undeveloped lot for 106 years or more. So there should be some cool, fun stuff. Some coins.
You think people are getting their metal detectors out right now?
Well, they'd have to dig out a bunch of snow.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
It's not that cold. It's not that bad.
A lot of your new fan base because of the Potter's house. The Potter's house was just one of the things we were doing on our. It was like
just regular.
That was regular content for our channel.
Yeah.
The summer before, I had bought an antique store. If you guys haven't seen that one, that was kind of interesting too. I probably should have spent more time on that video. I bought an antique store that had been abandoned.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
And it was, yeah, funny how I found it. I saw that. I stopped at a garage sale, asked if there was any antique stores nearby. The lady at the garage sale was in her 80s, and she said there used to be one down the road, but it was shut down. So I found it, looked in the glass, went to the diner next door, and talked to it was a restaurant that had a seating capacity of probably 100 people, and there were 6 people in it, all at the same table. And they were all just having a coffee. And between the 6 of them, they figured out who owned it, and I called them and ended up buying the building, or buying the contents of the building. So it was a very, very interesting event. But we do that kind of stuff all the time. And Melissa would probably attest that when we watch shows like American Pickers or things like that, and it drives me crazy because they'll walk over a giant pile of good stuff and they'll just be like, how much for this? And then they're not French Canadian. I don't know where that came from. But anyway.
That was French Canadian.
You know, you've got to try the poutine. It's very good. So anyway, they only buy the one thing and it drives me nuts. And so when I go, I typically try and buy everything and then keep the best stuff for my store and then liquidate the rest. We're kind of like an all or nothing sort of deal. So that's why you've seen that happen on our show a few times, because that's kind of a philosophy we have, is just...
There have been so many times where I've come home, not lately, although now it's buildings. So, I mean, I've come home and he's like, I bought a train collection. I'm like, oh yeah, we have a store. Of course you bought a train collection. Then I go down to the basement and it's like full.
That happened.
Full of trains. I'm like, oh my goodness, full. Or the garage is full. Now it's buildings. I
Yeah.
bought this, yeah.
Oh, Christmas store hours. I think, well, we're going to be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I'll have to go on, if you check Google for our store hours, we'll have the updated store hours on there if I haven't updated them yet.
1,000 on the live. Woohoo!
That's a lot of people with not much to do right now. Hey
Including
guys.
us.
Yeah, thanks for joining
We
us.
really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and sit with us too. And I shouldn't assume you're sitting. Maybe you're walking and watching this.
You know,
Hopefully not driving and watching this.
hang on, take that for a sec. The problem with oh, people are asking me about hands and stuff right now.
On your thing?
On my thing, yeah.
I have a night owl.
Yeah.
What do you want? What do you bake? Wait, cookies? Are you baking anything? I'm debating on what we're going to be making for Christmas. I always make this pot, like caramel popcorn. What is it called? Poppycock or something?
Yep.
My uncle has a recipe that you make in the microwave, and it's so delicious. It is so incredibly bad for you, but delicious. And I think that'll be being made. Those Christmas cookies that Kirsten brought to my work. What else? Oh, he's like so far not listening to me. He's like walking past on the other side with a smile on his face. So something is happening.
Well.
Hey.
What?
Now this is happening. Cinnamon cookies.
I think the guitar is a little bit out of
Wait.
tune,
I need to. Can I read this quickly?
though. Yeah.
Matthew said, I'm sitting here moderating and getting my face ripped off by my 7-month-old. I always think that when something's happening in the background with my kids, and I think nobody knows like the weird stuff that's happening at the same time. But now we know what's happening to Matthew. Did somebody ask you to play? Alexander?
They kept saying, play a Smith song over and over again.
What's Chuy's channel? Hey Chuy, what's your channel? Did you go to channel?
He doesn't have a
My
channel yet.
It's called Bark While I'm Trying to Vlog. And I'm too lazy to keep refilming.
Let's see if I can.
Oh, I see.
I'll try and get the first verse off of. I'll just do the first couple lines of Please Please. 'Cause I don't usually do this live, so we'll see if I can do it. And I've had the hiccups for 5 days, so don't expect miracles from the old voice here. Good times for change. See the luck I've had could make a good man turn bad. So please, 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 let me get what I want. Lord knows. Oh wait, I screwed up already. Let me get what I want this time. I'm having a hard time remembering the chord change. Probably not a good thing to try and sing live after you've been filling yourself up with meds all day long.
Stop it, Chuy.
So I'm gonna strum and figure out the chord changes while you talk.
But then nobody can hear.
Okay,
because you're right next
I'll
to
finger pick.
Because that's quieter. That's way quieter. Do you want to sit back and then I'll sit forward and then maybe
Okay, there we
they'll. So, hold on. Somebody said that they would send me. Oh, Mom's cutout recipe if you want. Sure, John, that would be great. I'm just gonna put in the comments the email if you ever want to send me anything, emails or anything, recipes or anything that you want me to try on the vlog. It's archboldvlogs@outlook.com. Sorry, my voice isn't completely back, but it's mostly back. Except for when I try to sing. When I'm singing in class, it's like a squeak. It's not a good sound. archboldvlogs@gmail.com. Oh wait, no, it's not Gmail, at Outlook. James, thanks. You're faster than me. Whoops. Okay, he put it in. Thank you very much, you guys. You sounded just fine. I agree. What cured the hiccups? Medication.
They're not really gone yet.
But they're gone compared to before.
Have I ever done an actual like Johnny Cash like hit like Folsom Prison Blues or anything like that? I usually do like his other
I don't know. Shush mud. I caught you guys live. Happy belated birthday. And then some other people are talking. Do Alex and Steven play together? Like guitar? Do you play guitar with Steven?
no.
You should.
Every once in a while we have a couple of times.
So yes. You sound like Johnny Cash. What musical instruments do all your family music members play? Jason, piano. Alexander and Steven, guitar. And Jason plays guitar. Abigail, recorder and ukulele, right? And piano.
Yeah.
I can play some guitar and recorder, but only because of school.
Ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele, but I can wait. I'll just wait till later.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, it's not that I don't want to hear it. It's just it's hard to.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Should I do it in a Swedish accent? Did you come to IKEA for the Swedish
I'm
meatball?
still reading your comments, you guys, while Alexander plays.
Welcome to the IKEA restaurant. Would you like some lingonberry juice?
Maybe I won't.
Abigail
I
needs
need
to be on the
some
drums.
Hear that train a-comin', rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, and I am stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San.
I'll have to practice that one a bit.
A lot of people keep saying sugar. Sugar for the hiccup cure. The only thing with sugar is that if it's caused by a bacterial infection or anything, you're feeding the bacteria. So, I mean, it would like that. I've actually heard I almost said the bedtime. My clock is saying, hey, get to bed if you want to get up at 6:10.
This is true.
How about we'll answer a couple more questions, but then you're
We'll
right.
cap it off.
Yeah. Did you know, just from the beginning of vlog, woohoo!
Yeah, I saw it. Kastner just emailed me about the auction details too. That means they've got the pictures loaded up on their
Oh
site.
yeah, Alexandria said you're also staying away. Splenda is actually a carcinogen because it's literally bleached sugar. So you don't want to. I actually went on the Splenda train until I found out.
Yeah.
I mean, sugar's bad too, but I really like it in my tea and coffee.
Let's see.
Do you have any? Everything I like is dangerous. I can't eat fake sugar at all. It gives me a migraine almost instantly. So it's, I mean, especially the Splenda. What's the bad one? That.
She doesn't like sucralose. That's the one you don't like.
Yeah, that's Splenda.
Yeah.
No, the other one, aspartame. That's the worst one.
I'm just reading some of the comments.
Folsom Prison.
Single.
The lizards. I must be tired. Ghost Riders in the Sky. Yeah, Brenda. I agree. On the mend.
Yeah. We're just sitting, you're watching us read your comments here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's weird.
There's a lot of people asking questions and stuff like that, but
Aspartame, yeah.
I'm gonna let Melissa do her sign off.
So I will be continuing off. We'll be figuring out the computer, and I have a backlog of videos now to show you guys from the last couple of days. Tomorrow, Abigail will be, actually she has her Christmas concert tomorrow, so you know I braided her hair with socks all over again. And I do end up showing a reveal on how that looked. I'm not sure what all is happening tomorrow. Every day I think, oh, there's just work, the regular making supper and stuff. But something shows up every day that is interesting enough to, I think, compared to the rest of my day to show you guys. So thank you all so much for coming on. I can't really see. Oh, I see a ton of smiley faces. Oh, I can see Alexander's face.
Yeah, I'm working on my video over here.
Oh, and I'm starting to cough, so it's a good time to get off. Thank you so much for coming on the live, you guys. And thank you for being so understanding for the missing vlog. It is actually filmed. You're still going to get to see it. Just didn't happen when it needed to. But be sure to check in tomorrow. The vlog will be up. Might be a double. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. I need to figure out how to turn this off again. We'll see you tomorrow in the next vlog. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.